Okay. How much time do we have? I'll try to be as quick as possible, but it's good to know if we have 5 minutes or 10 minutes or an hour or
I'm not timed. Larry has a class at 7.
so about
Yeah.
30 minutes.
Yeah, and
This is
if it takes longer, I don't have time issues. So just let's
okay.
just do our thing.
So these are little, yeah, usually I've got a little box up here. Okay. I click on that. I know I can have that. There we go. All right. Here's the box. I just like a red pencil, if you don't mind.
Fine.
All right. So this is the lot. Hopefully we have the right address here. The lot is Western Avenue, right?
Yes, yes.
Greenville and on the um, vertical street here. Quarter lot. Road is here. So just a quick heads up. After reviewing different directions and all that, this is one hopefully very plausible scenario. Probably a million scenarios, but this is one that addresses your program, this lot, and whatnot. Okay.
Okay.
This lot is zoned R60. Okay.
What does that mean?
R60 is a zoning that tells you what it's a zoning district within Montgomery County that tells us what the setbacks are. And so the setbacks on a street here are 25 feet and 25 feet.
Okay.
Okay. The setbacks in the rear yard are 20 feet.
Okay.
Okay. So this is rear setback. Setbacks on the side vary. This particular case, it's about 7 feet right here. Okay. So we could bring the driveway off of Western, but thought it might be nice to have a side load garage here. So the driveway comes out and comes out this way. And then you would have your side load garage here. Front entry is here, 2-car garage, which is
Okay.
roughly about 480 square feet. I think your notes mentioned 480 square feet. Did a little bump here just to add some more architectural interest to the front elevation here. Okay.
Okay.
The flow through the house comes into the mudroom, into the kitchen. There's a pantry,
All
in
right.
the kitchen, but not in the kitchen. Was that
Yep.
all right?
Yep. That was an all right. Yes.
Good. All right. There's a smaller dining area here that we're calling a nook that then brings you into the kitchen here. Kitchen has a large island. I think you wanted some seating at the island.
Yes.
So
Okay.
if 4 chairs is too much, we can talk about something smaller, but or seating up for 4, which is about 9 or 10 feet, is a cultural oversized island and
That,
very appropriate for today's standards, if you
that
will.
sounds about what we have now. Sure.
Okay.
Okay.
So we typically go 4 feet, which gives you working space as well as seating space. Sometimes when
Okay.
you have 3 feet, it gets a little cozier. We would design the kitchen at some point with you with all the little details. For today, just roughly showing like maybe the refrigerator is here, maybe the cooking is here, maybe the sink is here, right?
That's fine. Yeah.
Windows, a lot of windows. So windows are across this wall, across this wall. As we get into the great room, there's windows here and here and here and here, obviously in
Excellent.
the kitchen room, as well as in the stair area.
Excellent.
The reason I'm showing you this is short of windows bringing daylight through the garage, pretty much have sun coming in every direction.
Oh, which way is the house facing? Not the,
This is north.
I'm sorry,
So the
which
house
direction?
is facing
Oh, I
north,
see.
like
Okay.
east. This is east. Actually, it'd be facing southeast. This is east and this
Okay.
is south. Okay.
Okay.
So sun's going to come up in the morning through your kitchen sink.
Yeah.
Middle middle of the day, it's going to be here, and then later in the afternoon, it's going to be
It's
coming
coming in
in the back of the
further.
house.
Yep. Gotcha.
If all those marks are annoying, I'm going to delete them real quick.
Okay.
Going back to our pen here. So that's the sequence for at least for you, unless you're going through the front door, you're coming in this way into the kitchen. circulation through to the main living part of the house. Front door is coming in off of Western, coming this way into what we're going to label as a foyer area here. The foyer area has the stairs, open stairs. If we're doing interesting contemporary stair, maybe with some cable railing, I think I saw in your notes or something like that.
Yeah.
Maybe
Yeah.
we want the stair to be a little bit more decorative and not pushed off back in the back with two walls and no railings.
Exactly.
So this would have the opportunity for lots of railings, lots of pretty railing here. And again, lots of sunlight coming through this that would also greet you as part of the entry into the foyer area. Okay.
Okay.
The foyer, there's a short hallway that takes us into a powder room.
Okay.
Also off the foyer is the door to a elevator or optional elevator. Okay.
Not optional for us.
Okay.
We're old. We need the
A,
elevator.
a required elevator.
Yeah.
Seating in the middle of the house. Okay. And then a more formal space over here that could be used for dining or additional seating, but was thinking that we would do some oversized dining kind of area here. That would be a little bit more of a formal dining space. And then when you're not using the formal dining space, we do have a smaller space for a table for two or three or four right over here.
Okay.
Then was thinking about the study as I think you posed the question, is it at the front of the house or is it at the back of the house?
Yeah.
If it goes to the front of the house, an interesting thing, then the rest of the house pushes back, the rear yard gets smaller, and a lot of other things happen. So if because we lose elevators in the front of the house, powder rooms in the front of the house, by putting it at the back of the house, right? Then we have this maybe really nice opportunity to bring windows out to your backyard area, maybe to the back patio. Maybe there's a conversation about doors back here that go from the patio to the study or study.
Okay.
So this then makes this part of this living space more connected with the back of the house. Obviously, it's not the same as a formal study at the front, but the dynamics changed and thought it might be an interesting thing to explore by putting it on the back with adding more interaction between the study and what could be going on in the backyard, if you will.
Okay.
Also
Larry?
keep in mind this afternoon sun is coming in this way. Later in the after 1 p.m. or something, we might be getting more daylight through here throughout the afternoon.
Larry, what do you think?
I'm good so far.
Okay.
Good. Oh, you can't see my two thumbs up. Two
Oh,
thumbs up.
Okay.
okay.
Rear yard, again, depending on where we measure it, about 23 feet to this corner, about 33 feet to this back corner over here. And we're a few feet off the setbacks here and a few feet off, a little bit, a few inches off the French. The next slide here is basically the same plan that we just looked at, but a little bit larger version for those that want a larger copy of the floor plan. So you'll see what we just looked at here. Typically, we're putting in our base specs, standard specs, we have French doors called for going into the study. So these would be glass French doors, or you could keep it even a little bit more informal by having a large opening where you just freely walk through there with the doors.
I
How
like the
about
large. I like the large French doors. I think
French?
they're pretty.
You could also talk about French pocket doors, which are always, which is always, we do that from time to time, but it gives you the not having to deal with doors in the study. And you would just simply take the French doors that currently spec and then respec them as French pocket doors. Okay.
I like that. Yeah.
Costs a little bit more, but really nice as far as not having the swings, if you will. We have to coordinate some light switches and whatnot, outlets. So maybe this wall becomes a double wall, but in the end, it's something that we don't let me forget to circle back next go round or something like that and say, hey, we talked about maybe some French pocket doors there. But
Yeah.
the
Okay.
French doors allow that all this daylight still to keep coming through this area as well as this area here. Right. We love light. Daylight makes a house feel really great. So
How high are the ceilings here? because after I think I put 9 to 10 feet, and then I'm looking at our house this morning, and I'm like, "Our ceilings are higher than that."
Are you 2 stories or are you 1 story?
We're 2.
Okay. That's at this point, that's a spec item, which is here's 9 foot. Our standard is 9 foot. We're going to have to work within the zoning ordinances that we have here. So the zoning ordinances are going to say, hey, we have to calculate the average grade line. And then your first floor is going to be at a certain height here. And then we're going to build you a house. This is just
Okay,
a generic looking house. And your first floor is here. Your second floor is here. The ceiling on the second floor, let's say we do an attic or what we're going to call a fourth floor, right? Is there a roof level, a loft level? And all of that has to come under a certain calculated height.
okay, yeah,
So sometimes you want more space upstairs and you keep the main level at 9 foot. Other times we'll take the main level to
but
10 foot, but then we might have to just really manage the heights for the other floors.
But Kevin, it's a basement, a first and a second right now, isn't it?
It is a basement, first floor, and second floor. Yes. On their
well, but
dream
were
list,
they
it was a third, there was conversation.
yeah, the Dreamlets has another floor.
And it's easy to price. What if it's 10? So
9 foot is
Okay,
when we go to 10 foot, we sometimes need to look at the stair location because it does add two more treads to the stairs, two more risers. Next slide is the upper level. All right. So what happens is we try to work within the footprint of the first floor, meaning it's great not to go way off outside of this footprint. Occasionally, strategically, we might cantilever something, or bring something back. So what we have is the stairs are a function of the first floor. The elevator is a function of the first floor so that we know that this sets up our circulation in this path.
okay,
Circulation in front of the stairs, circulation from the elevator. Depending on this entry feature, there may be some glass here. If we decide to put a roof over the lower area, then maybe some of this glass gets to be tall glass. But again, still more daylight coming through the windows into the stair area that bring you into the second floor here. And
okay, okay, yeah.
there's 2 bedrooms with bathrooms associated with each one of the bedrooms.
About what size are the bedrooms?
Our base go-to is a minimum of 12 by 12. This one might be a little bit over that because I went from this wall to this wall, which means that this might be more like 13 and a half, 14 feet here. I can check.
It's not, oops, sorry.
Yeah. 13.4. I've got to take out a wall here and a wall here. So it's more like 12.8. Okay. We found that at 12 by 12, that gives you kind of room for a queen size bed,
right.
2 nightstands either side of the bed. It does allow you for furniture here on this wall. So you can walk through here and then maybe a small like desk in front of a window or something like that. So if you make it larger, what you're doing is you're increasing the floor area around the furniture, which might be nice. But again, 12 by 12 is the short
Okay,
answer.
okay, okay.
Okay. Doors coming in here. Left these windows to line up with these windows here. Once we get into the front elevation, we might move these windows around.
Yeah.
So those are the 2 secondary bedrooms, then primary bedroom. Somewhere off this whole area, we've got an entry coming into this primary suite. I think your note said that you wanted a large bedroom when you currently have
Yes,
about 12 by 20, which
yeah,
equates to about 240 square feet.
yes,
This 12 by 20 is pretty long like this.
yeah,
Today we're doing things more squarish just because it's more common and you could say that's crazy. So this is about 240 square feet, but it's more square than it is, obviously, as you can see, than rectangular.
yep, yep,
We could bring the doors in here. You could have, again, king size instead of queen size, you'd have a king size bed here, which is going to be a little bit larger. Right. You'll have a furniture wall along here, which shift the door down a little bit. She'll have furniture wall across here, have room for a piece of furniture here. Could still have some seating, in front of a window like this. right?
Yep.
So at this size, what this is giving you is more space here rather than in a longer rectangle. You're going to have more
Yep.
like sleeping over here and then doing something or no, sitting there
That's
and
ex
over here.
that's exactly what we have. That's
Yeah.
exactly it. Yes.
It's weird how trends go, but right now the trend is more give me something that's 16 by 16 or 15 by 16 as opposed to 12 by 18 or 12 by
Yeah.
20.
Okay.
A few different options for the bathroom layout. I picked one of them. So this bathroom layout coming here, as you can see, there's room for a double vanity, shower, plenty of room for tub, toilet, linen closet. This door should be actually shifted over here. My bad. At one time, it needed to be here. And then walk-in closet here with plenty of shelving on both sides of the closet.
What is the square footage on the closet there?
This right here is, I'm going to guess about 7 by 12, 11, about 80 square feet, maybe.
Nay, is that big enough?
Yes. The one
Okay.
we have is at 10 by 10.
So 10 by 10 is about 100 square feet. 10 by 10 will
Yeah.
give you a lot of floor area in the middle.
Yeah. We do.
Not quite enough for an island unless you have a skinny little.
No, we don't have an island in.
But you tell me.
It's not an island.
Yeah. Usually you have to go to about 11 or 12 feet to get an island comfortably in the middle. So with this kind of width, it's comfortable for a couple people to hang out in, but it's not like a big dance floor in the middle of that space. Answer your question. This is showing 82 square feet, but we need to take walls out of that square footage. So it's going to be a little bit less than 80 square feet.
Okay.
Or we just push this wall over 6 more inches and then it's 80 square feet on the inside.
Yep.
Okay.
What's the width of the hallway?
Right here,
Yeah.
it's oversized, meaning like 50 years ago, everybody was making hallways 3 feet. We tend to try to shoot for 4 feet as a minimum, but this should be closer to 4+ feet. And it's 4'5". We're going to need a little bit of space for this wall, and then you'll have a railing here. So it's going to be a little bit over 4 feet, but let's call it 4 feet. Does that work?
I think so,
Yes.
Larry.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, 3 feet is minimum. 4 feet is comfortable. 5 feet is for those that want to.
Have a
Make it
party in the hallway.
Exactly. And also there's some bonus area right here.
Yeah.
This could be a little bit of I don't know, just a little bit of a seating area. We
Mhm.
have all kinds of great stories to tell about people that our family likes to do puzzles. I'm thinking about Kobe and Alice. And here's their designated puzzle table, right? Literally like right in this place right here. In fact, they had an option to do a third bathroom, but they opted for a puzzle table rather than a bathroom, which I thought was pretty admirable.
Admirable. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, so there's a little bit flex space here also. And then that brings you around. Again, this is all floor area, brings you around to the laundry areas here, brings you to laundry. Now, this is one area that probably could be tweaked a little bit based on your notes, but it also lines up with downstairs. So before we go making the main level larger and the basement larger, this is large enough to put washer and dryer here, but then you also had some folding space requirements. And ideally to get the folding space, we'd love to bump this out another couple feet here. So that is, I don't want to say lacking, but before we go change all the plans here, that's still, does that make sense?
Yes, it does. Something I never would have thought about, but yeah, it does make sense. Yeah.
There's what if the washer and dryer went here? And then maybe there's a little bit of folding space back here. We need to check this clearance right here. We could possibly do it without that. And why didn't I show it that way? I don't know. My first thought was could go a little bit more space here, but we could also possibly make it work
Okay.
Here, simply by putting the washer and dryer on this wall, and then you end up with a little bit of an L-shaped countertop like here. You could do it without an L shape, but you've got some extra floor area right here.
Yeah, might as well use whatever you have.
Yep. So that's the upper levels. By the way, at one time had the thoughts of putting this door centered so you could do two small closets on, not small, they're comfortable size closets, and make them like take this space and put it into a closet.
Where
And some,
where are you? I'm not.
I'm
Oh,
sorry,
I
this
see
is
you.
bedroom two. Sometimes these are guest bedrooms. So guests are coming in and they're hanging out this, but they don't need huge walk-in closets, right?
Yep.
Your
Yep.
comment was we don't want them to stay too long. Then you might appreciate, I don't know, some extra space here with an oversized chair in the corner, right?
Yeah.
And you might not want, how do we maximize this closet? So same thing
What
over here.
Kevin does is he just kills the electricity to their room.
Hey, Rob,
Yes, sir.
I was an RA in high school, at a boarding school in high school. My job was to fill electricity at lights out time.
I knew it's in your DNA, Kevin.
How did you know that?
Larry would like you because it's law and order, and that's good.
I don't know how fire safety goes when you hit all the breakers, people's rooms.
They're young. That's okay.
30 minutes later, they're supposed to be all asleep. You put the breakers back on. Then you have to check to see who left their lights on. Oh boy.
Oh my goodness.
You would reach in and hit their lights, and then you'd hope to not. There's loose hair dryers hanging there, and you electrocute yourself. No, anyhow, great Scott. That was memories from 40 years ago. That's the upper level. We talked about like 1333, and then the target. This grew a little bit. By the way, on the main level, it grew a little bit more to 1395. But rather than just going in and saying, let's just make everything like, how do you get to 1333? You would have to make some cuts, right? You'd say, okay, let's make the study 2 feet smaller, the dining room 2 feet smaller. I'm looking for extra space. Like you said, small study. This is a comfortable size study.
Yeah.
The dining, there's some extra floor area here, but that would be great for a piece of furniture here with maybe some windows above it. So once we get into the furniture layout, living, how, whatever, this is
Yeah.
comfortable. Also, a little bump out in the wall makes it a little bit more interesting. We could lose 10 square feet or 12 square feet right here, but I'm making that shift. So that's
I
how this
love
works.
space. My constraint is money.
Okay. So there we're at 1333. On the lower level, it also follows the upper level pretty much, which means all the walls line up, which means that you're going to be looking at 1,395 square feet on the upper level. This porch, I think your notes were like not little or none at all. This is a little bit of a covered entry so that
Yeah,
you're
but
not,
can you bring the picture down a little bit? Because I can't see where you are. Okay, thank you.
okay, sure. I'm
There
just
we
starting
go.
to use, we didn't talk about this
Oh,
on the
that's
main
your
level.
porch. Okay.
This is a little bit of a covered entry on the main level. So it's not really a big porch. It's just a more, what some would call a stoop covered entry. So you could
Yeah.
stand here without getting wet as you stand on your porch. Right.
Yeah.
But it's just a covered entry.
Yep. Okay.
So that space is basically your front door slab porch area. The stairs have to line up with the stairs that are going upstairs, downstairs. We like them stacked. Otherwise we end up wasting space. Thought that we could possibly use this area over here for mechanical. That allows us to bring our utilities in on this side of the house, our water, sewer, gas, electric, everything comes over here. And then a good space back here underneath your study is a good spot for the bedroom. Okay. This again would be about 12 by, and I brought it out a little bit just because we could bring it back in a little bit, but got plenty of room for a bathroom here.
Mhm.
So I think I brought this out to closer to 12 by 14 here. Okay. A little
Okay.
bit
Okay.
longer this way. Then there would be a window egress window for for your basement bedroom. And that would either be on the side of the house or the back of the house. Typically, oftentimes we put them on the side because let's just say you're in your backyard, you really want to see this, this
Yeah.
window and that sticks out.
Yeah. That
This
makes
is the
sense.
reason not to put on the side. We often put on the side. Then you wanted a large bonus room. So the rest of the space is just listed as a bonus room. You need to talk about your ceramics needs and your storage needs. I thought that this area under the mudroom would square this room on and give you a good size storage, but I don't know. What's the size of a storage room that you're looking for here?
Ooh, you know what? Hold on one second. Let me see what the size is on our existing. That requires, okay. I clearly am.
You would also probably gain some storage outside of the storage room in that mechanical room.
That's true. I was looking for oh, here we go. Shoot, it doesn't have dimensions on it,
This is
right?
11 by 7. So if a bedroom is 11 by 12, it's about two-thirds of a bedroom. Right? Well, it's
Yeah.
about half of a bedroom. Okay.
So it's a little less than the master closet that we have. It
11
could,
by 7 is about 77 square feet. Yeah, your
yeah,
master closet's about 80-ish.
yeah.
So,
We can make it work.
okay. We could talk about whether this could be mechanical, then you'd end up with all this, but this is like narrowish and skinny-ish. It's not so this is more like a small room, where this
Yeah,
is more like a corridor, right?
yeah.
So as corridor, we'd be putting your HVAC back here. We'd be getting a water heater in front of it here. And then maybe just some of your water meter and some things mounted on the wall, your electric panel, and sort of thing on this wall area here.
Okay. I bet you I'd end up storing some glass over there, but that's
Sure.
here. So the wall that's over by the garage, by where the garage would be.
This wall here.
Yes. I need a wall that it doesn't have to be fireproof, but it has to be able to take some heat. And I don't know. It seems to me that's the logical place to put it, or that, or the one where you have. I guess it was the fireplace that was upstairs.
Yeah.
Yeah, but right now the kiln that I have, it's about 28 inches wide, maybe. Say 20. It's a big box, so about maybe 28 by 28. It sits on a pretty heavy steel cart,
Okay.
and it's up against a brick wall, so which makes me comfortable.
Sure.
And so I would like to know that the paint isn't gonna turn brown because of the heat that this kiln generates, or I don't know. I don't know what to do. Because
Sure.
when I look at other studios, they don't finish the inside of the studio. It's like cinder block or something.
Yeah.
Or if they're sheetrock, the kilns are typically away from the wall. So I don't know what the answer is for that.
As we get into this little next level, if you will, walking through the day to day of exactly what that studio looks like. One, you could partition this off so that this was like one space. This is another space. This could be
Yeah.
a
I,
clean
I
space, and that's. But if
no,
you
I
don't need
like
to,
having it open. I
yeah.
like the open.
So you could end up with this workspace here. I don't know how you work, but I'm envisioning like a workspace here where there's maybe a nice desk that goes across here,
Okay.
and maybe there's some daylight coming through these windows. And then you've
Okay.
got your kiln over here. And would you be more comfortable with, I don't know, like tile on this part of this space? And there's this carpet down here. And
No,
then
no
there's
carpet. No
okay,
carpet.
the whole
Carpet
thing
and
is
glass don't mix.
gotcha. All right. So this whole thing is what? This hardwood or
It could be some type of could be
Hey,
ceramic
Kevin?
or something else.
yeah.
Kevin, isn't that kiln wall concrete to begin with?
It would be normally we'd have studs with sheetrock on it. So
But so
you could
Renee, that wall is concrete.
Okay. That makes me happy.
Kevin, maybe there are no studs in sheetrock.
Yeah, just can you just put a funky little tile of some sort on it, and I'm good.
Or Kevin, a stucco or something, or part,
You
little
could
part.
Yeah.
just have an accent wall of something like right
Yeah,
here.
yeah, it could be. Yeah, it could be cool.
Yeah. We're just finishing a house that has a wood stove in the corner in the family room. And so it's got, I don't know if that's tile or brick. I think it has
Oh, it
tile
has
in the
tile, but
corner.
you could do nothing on that wall. Something else is really cool. We just did a house where we polished the concrete floor. It's so cool looking.
Yeah.
Kevin, what's it called? Not, is it terrazzo?
It's just basically polished concrete, stained polished
It's,
concrete.
it's really cool looking.
Actually, that's what I would love to have in the garage.
But
could
you
do that.
wanted epoxy.
I think polished concrete would be even better.
It's very cool.
Polished concrete might up your budget just a little bit. And epoxy is the painter's going to go in there and be done in
Yeah,
a few
right.
hours. So.
The garage, it would be cheaper to do the epoxy. A-B.
Also, Rob, at some point we did need to insulate these perimeter walls, so I'm not sure, but we could. It's not hard to
Oh,
come
yeah,
up with that.
I will shut up.
Wall area in
You're
there.
more than I.
Meaning, like, if we just insulated, framed it, and then put 6 feet by 10 feet of brick tiles or pretty tiles or something like that.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Okay.
So this is 30 feet by about 20 feet this way, and 30 feet this way. So it's a good size space.
Okay. Okay.
Bedroom, closet, bathroom. Had to make a little hallway so that if you are, I don't know, hanging out or entertaining here, you don't have your bathroom like right off. You open the door, and you would have to use right into the bathroom.
Perfect. Yes.
Same thing with the bedroom. It's a little frustrating, not frustrating. When we see some other folks' plans, like, oh, there's a door into the bedroom, there's a door into the bathroom. That just saved 10 square feet, but that 10 square feet or 12, 15 square feet here, I don't know, is useful for just giving you a little bit of privacy. So you could duck from the bedroom into the bathroom without feeling like you're going out into the rec room and then back into the, and then a little linen closet right here as well.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
So that's the 3 floors. And Rod, what we're saying is we're going to run a base price on these 3 floors.
The guys are working on it. They should have it tomorrow.
Oh.
If not tonight.
And if there's room in the budget to talk about a 4th floor, we can talk about a 4th floor. So
I was just getting ready to ask you, while you're crunching numbers, will you tell us what it would cost to do a 4th floor? That's, first of all, what it will cost to give us a rooftop access, rooftop space.
Your rooftop, you're just like a hangout type thing. May I suggest, I'm just brainstorming. Instead of that, what about a balcony off the primary? It's just it's going to be a whole nother level of cost to do that.
Okay.
As opposed to, but we'll price whatever you want.
So if we,
I've already
okay,
did it. Like, forget.
well,
okay, there you go.
Just while I was talking and stalling, Kevin just did that. All right,
this is 10. This generates a bunch of questions though. So this is a smaller bedroom than typical. Okay. And a small closet, small bathroom. It has the elevator and you still need to add the stairs. So what's going to happen is the downstairs, the upper level, the 2nd floor, upper level. Typically what we would do is we wouldn't do the stairs on top of the other stairs. It just becomes a little bit too many stairs in one spot.
Okay.
If you met Rob over at Tanglewood by any chance, you'll see that what we do is we'll look for a space like between these 2 bedrooms and introduce a set of stairs. Okay.
Okay.
So that way
Interesting.
your 2nd floor is going to grow by, I don't know, 3 or 4 feet by 15 feet. So it'll add another, what's 3 by 15, another 50 square feet. 50, 60 square feet when you include the walls, because when you come up these stairs, you don't want another stair on top of these stairs. And architecturally, it starts to get 30 feet of stairs, especially if you have the stairs on the outside of the house like this. If you did all the stairs internal, maybe you could just keep stacking the stairs, but it wouldn't be as pretty. Right. And again, this means that we would just push this whole side of the house
To the left.
to the left another 3.5 feet or so. Okay. So as we look at that, and then we come up to here and say, okay, that's great, but those stairs have to be exactly, just making this up, like right here. Okay. I have no idea when you said, hey, you like some space up here and a roof deck here. Are you entertaining 2 or 20? Could that roof deck be a little door off of the bedroom here, or could it be off of here? And it could be a roof deck what's the size of this roof deck that you're picturing?
I have no idea. I don't I couldn't begin to tell you. I would say maybe 15 by 15. I don't know. 15 by 15 is not half of the house. It would be the size of a large room.
Yeah. So if you had your door here and it took you out to
Mhm.
this area over here, this area is large enough that you could have table up here. You could have all kinds of things going on up here, right?
Yeah,
Sometimes people will take a wall like this, a blank wall, and then do an outdoor kitchen up here with a TV.
yeah.
So you look for a wall like this to do that on, and then have seating here.
So let me tell you what my thinking is. So first, I like having the high outdoor. I like having outdoor space, period. But I really like having the up high outdoor space. And I thought, okay, if we could do that, then it would be fun to have whatever living space we had up there be our exercise room. Or conversely, you could have, like you have here, a bedroom, and it would be a fifth guest room.
Would the exercise be here or would it be in the bedroom?
No, it would be in what you now call the loft.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you'd have a couple pieces of gym equipment up here
Yeah.
and a TV up here,
Yeah.
put a TV here.
Yep. Yeah, so we have a rower and a bike now, and we probably get a tread, and that would sit in front of a window somewhere. And then we've got weights, and we'd have probably one small rack.
Yeah. This is fairly good size, but what we want to do is really manage the circulation for you or help you. Because
Mm.
if you end up having too many points, like there's a door here, a stair here, and a door here, and a door here,
Oh, geez.
we want to just really be careful that you have enough wall space.
Yeah.
We have to have a mechanical space up here as well somewhere. And so maybe we could have a mechanical closet or something going here. I don't know what service or so we're going to need some mechanical area here.
Yeah.
And whether that's here or whether, I don't know, whether we push this bedroom out and the mechanical becomes somewhere in the middle here is probably better. And then you could have more outside windows here. So again, it's really about what's the square footage, what's the budget, what's the size, all of
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. So I don't know. It's as I said, everything is constrained by the wallet. Oh,
It's not that hard for us, as Rob said. I think Rob said we can run a separate number just for this. But in order for us to run a number, we need to have a plan. So if we were to run a number just on this one plan, because okay, great, here's the number. It needs to include a stair, it needs to include a door to this here. And again, if this is a stair could be open and we could have some windows just to help bring daylight in here if you want it.
okay.
And a small bedroom. This is small. I think it was like 11 by 10 or something here.
Yeah.
But if we want to get it larger, we need to start coming up here. So,
I don't have a driving need to get it larger. 11 by 10 is small. That really is. But what were you gonna say, Larry?
I said, no,
Yeah.
we don't want
yeah.
guests to stay too long.
Yeah. And honestly, the bathroom there could it doesn't need a tub. It could be as small as you could make the bathroom. and have it be,
The weird
and
thing is,
not
is
knock yourself out when you go in to use it.
the weird thing is that we start with tubs only because tubs are a little bit smaller and they're a little bit more budget friendly.
Okay.
So as we add a shower, we need to pick up more space because typically the showers want to be 3 foot 4 inches wide, where the tub is 2 foot 8 inches wide.
Oh,
So we're going to pick up another 6 or 8 inches, and then a tub is typically going to have a shower rod. And if we do a shower, we're going to delete the tub, and then we have to add the floor and shower floor and a drain, and then we have to add a shower door.
yeah, that
Believe it or
makes sense.
not, that doesn't mean that you shouldn't put a shower up here, by the way,
Mhm.
because you're like, why would I have a tub up here? It just means that we need to reconfigure it. And it's so crazy that why can't you just make the shower over here?
Mhm.
Because now I need to put your toilet out in the middle of your lawn. I don't know. And you're working, it's like a puzzle. You're working with all these quasi constraints, which says I want
Yeah.
these windows to maybe line up the center of the front door. I don't know. But as we get into the tweaks are relatively easy to do. But
Okay.
Guys, I'm gonna have to sign off now. We're
Yeah, I
getting
know
ready.
you got class, and this is good. All right.
thanks, Larry.
Thank
Thanks,
you.
Larry.
Have good class, Peanut.
Thanks.
Okay. So do I need to is there any more information that I need to give you, Kevin? What do I need to tell you about that fourth floor?
That's a great to the point question. You didn't have really any, oh my gosh, as we're going through the plans, like this isn't going to work. So I think our plan sounds, and again, I think it's just a matter of just double checking this right here, which I think we can get to. Some of these things that's on your list are finishes, and those become what we would call finish options or structural options or something like that, right? So
Mhm.
we need to get a good base price, and those base prices based on our standard specs. So not everybody wants a sink or holding space in the laundry. So our base specs include a washer, dryer, and a laundry tub. If we had some cabinetry here, we're going to need to do what we call an option. And we would just get a budget, line item budget to add a couple of cabinets and a countertop for your folding space over here.
Okay. Yeah.
And that's more on the, as we get a base price, you can say, well, that's great, but I have this document over here and I want a light up TV mirror, blah, blah, blah. Those we have to like next round program out or just budget out a little bit. Those are specifics to you that aren't specifics to everyone else.
I think we'll have a base number posted today at 7:12. I know they're working on it, or tomorrow at the latest.
That's right.
And then we can do what if it's bigger, what if it's smaller, what if it's just to get a reality check. By the way, just clarification. Our base does not include a washer or dryer, it includes the connections for it.
I said wash it right. It's wash it
Yeah.
out. Yeah.
Okay. Does it include a refrigerator, a stove, a dishwasher, a microwave,
This connection,
um,
no, those are included. It's the
coffee
washer- coffee pot, no, but that
We
could
have
be
a
an
base
option.
appliance. We have a base appliance package, and you can upgrade it by $1,000 or by $50,000.
Yeah,
Right?
so-
So
Or more than
Yeah.
$50,000.
$100,000.
Yeah.
Kevin, one thing on the basement level,
Sure.
if we could go back there, I just thought about it. I need to have a sink. So somewhere in here, maybe if you could do something that's like a little bar area, or maybe to make it look, and actually Larry wanted a wine cooler down in the basement. But I
Is
have
your,
to have to
is
have
your
a sink.
sink a work sink, or is it just a place to get water from?
It's a place, it's both, but right now it's a kitchen sink and it's fine. What I would love to have is some type of trap underneath, but that's a whole different thing. But not a slop sink kind of thing. I'd like something that's,
So we could do like an optional wet
Finished.
bar on this wall here. Right?
yeah, that would work. Yeah.
And yeah, that was for resale. If you ever needed to sell the house, oh, there's the wet bar.
Yeah.
And that would give you a few cabinets. Yeah. A sink and maybe 100, did you say 100 cat, like a wine beverage center?
Yeah.
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 With sink and beverage center or a wine cooler.
Yeah. A wine cooler. And just so you know, as I'm thinking about it, the small bedroom up on the top level doesn't bother me because that could be the second office. Larry and I we need because we're both still working. And maybe that'll be where instead of using what was it, bedroom two and yeah, the level that we yeah, bedroom 2 and 3 as offices slash guest bedrooms, we'll just end up with one in the office on the library. I forgot what you called it, the study on the main
Uh-huh.
floor and one all the way up at the top.
Okay.
Or conversely, let me ask you, is the study large enough to house 2?
2 studies?
No, 2 people working.
How cozy do you like getting? I don't know. We did a study a few years ago with partner's desk. It was a desk
Mhm.
that looked like this. I think they call it a partner's desk. And so you could this let me give you a size here. Sorry. I usually do the room sizes and I ran out of time this afternoon. I was finishing as 6:15 to 14 is outside dimensions, 6 and 6 is 13 feet inside, 13 by 13.
Okay.
So again, we sometimes do studies down to 10 by 10, 11 by 11. So this is, yeah, it's a comfortable size study.
Okay.
It's a bedroom size study. You know, a little bit smaller. So if two of you could hang out there, yeah.
Okay.